everyone. So today I'm going to show you guys how I make over an American Girl doll. So this is the newest doll in my collection. This is Jess McConnell, the Girl of the Year 2006. And I have loved this lady for a really long time, and I finally got her. She was in lightly used condition from eBay. So you can see that she doesn't look too bad, but she's not that dirty. You're probably not even going to be able to see. She's got a few like smudge marks from dirt, and she's a little greasy on the arms. But she has a beautiful face, and the top of her hair is like brand new. It's very soft. And one of the common things with Jess dolls is that their beautiful black hair gets very frizzy and dry at the bottom. But I'm going to take you guys through the process of washing her body, washing her hair, and making her look beautiful. This is my workstation. This is where I'm going to be cleaning her body. So first and foremost, I'm going to get her undressed. So this is what I use to clean American Girl dolls. So I have my baking soda here, and this is my baking soda. I have a little bowl of water to like wipe off the baking soda, and I like to use a toothbrush to get like the nooks and crannies. You can see this guy's seen better days. He cleans a lot of Barbie dolls. And then I have two little rags here, and I'm going to start by getting her a little wet. And I like to get the toothbrush wet. Then I get a little bit of baking soda on there, and I just scrub. A lot of people are afraid to get American Girl dolls' bodies wet, but honestly, they're just cloth and elastic. It's not going to hurt the doll's body getting them wet, because they'll just dry out like a pillow. The only thing you have to worry about on an American Girl that is different than like a stuffed animal or like a Barbie or something is that their eyes are, they have metal backings. And what happens is if you're not careful when you are washing them, if you get water in the back of their eyes and you don't make sure to like blow dry that out on the cold setting with your blow dryer, what will happen is it'll cause the back of the eyes to rust. And also, if you're like boil washing an American Girl doll, you want to be careful towards the scalp because the hot water can loosen the glue that holds their factory wig on, which isn't a big deal. You can glue it back down. I mean, if you think about it, people take off wigs to customize all the time, and that's a lot more harsh than boil washing your doll and, you know, the like glue loosening a little bit. And then the way I do the face is I just take damp cloth, pat around it, get it a little wet, and then I take my finger and I cover her eye socket, like gently. And then I just really lightly go at her with a toothbrush. And then I'll just really quickly dab that off. The baking soda tends to collect in like their creases of their eyes and in their nostrils and in their teeth. It's always important to check the back of the head too. And she actually does have a little dirty spot back there, so. Okay, so now we're on to the hair wash section. For this, I have another towel out, and I'm gonna wrap her body in this. I mean, it's not like super important, like I said. She'll dry out easily, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have that added protection. And the supplies I have are a fine tooth comb and a wide tooth comb. And the reason why I'm using these is because I'm going to be boil washing her hair. If I used the wire wig brush while boil washing, it wouldn't get that like really straight, non-frizzy end result. And I know a lot of people say that like, oh, plastic combs are bad for American Girl hair. Well, here's the thing. American Girl hair is Kinequan, which is pretty much the same fiber that they use on a lot of different types of dolls, including Barbie. It's basically like a low quality synthetic wig that a person would have. You can definitely get away with using plastic brushes. The reason why this is really discouraged isn't so much because it really will make the hair frizzy, it's because it will catch on the wig cap. And then I have this wide tooth comb, which is for detangling. Now, I use this on myself. Something you have to be careful about though is if you're sharing combs with your dolls, you want to make sure you clean off any like debris or dead skin cells from your own hair off the comb before you use it on the doll. I use this on my dolls all the time, they're fine. I have some diluted gel. You don't want to go crazy with the hair products on dolls because they don't have real hair obviously, but they do use gels and stuff on dolls. So this is just like a few drops of gel mixed in with warm water. And then I have shampoo and conditioner. You can use whatever kind you want. This is the kind I use on my head. And I didn't feel like buying anything special for my dolls. Plus, I'll probably be using a little bit of dish soap just to disinfect. So, this is useful in the kitchen sink because of the little spray nozzle over there. This is how I like to do it so that I don't get their heads wet, like their eyes. So I just literally, like I would wash someone at a hair salon, I just do this. And then the way I get the very top of her head wet is I get it down to like a really low stream, and I like just put it right up against her head, right up against her wig cap. So now that her hair is wet, I'm going to wash her twice because the first time to remove the debris and the second time to clean. I'm just going to put a little bit of dish soap on. Again, you don't have to worry about the shampoo being super mild or anything. I mean, they're plastic. That's what hair is, doll hair. It's just a form of plastic. You don't need to like worry about something being, you know, too harsh on them. I mean, you know, people dunk their hair in fabric softener to soften it, and that's a lot more dangerous because that's actually flammable and you're not supposed to handle that with your hands, and people put that on their doll hair. So, you know, I mean, I personally never found that that worked for me, but if you can do that, you're fine using a little dish soap. I do shampoo number 2. I'm just going to use some of my shampoo, just like a little pump of it. This stuff smells amazing. Part of why they say oil, like from your scalp, is bad for a doll is because when oil sits on plastic, even like if you put makeup on your doll, if it's oil-based, what will happen is the oil will actually cause the plastic to break down. If you like continuously use your greasy comb on your doll, then that's what will cause it to get frizzy. It's like if you have makeup on a doll for a long period of time, it will cause the skin to get colored. It's like you're not supposed to paint a doll with oil paint. It's the same concept. That's why there's that warning there. But if you wipe off your comb, you're good. She's still got a few studs. Just feel with my hands, make sure that I got it all out. There's still a little bit in the back. The conditioner sit in your doll's hair for as long as you want. Sometimes if they have drier hair, I'll leave them for a few minutes. And Jess doesn't really need it up by her scalp, so I'm not going to put too much on. So then I'm just going to move her over here, and I'm going to brush her hair out, starting from the bottom so as not to cause breakage. It's like if you comb your own hair, you want to start at the bottom and you want to work your way up. And I'm going to let her sit for a minute or two, and then we'll be back. Alright, so I rinsed the conditioner out of Jess's hair after letting it sit for a minute or two. And she smells great. It's all rinsed out. You don't want to leave any in her hair. You know, she's a doll. It's not going to help her like it would you. So, I heated this water up in the microwave for a few minutes. It'll depend on your microwave. And I'm just going to gently put her hair in. And like I said, because Jess doesn't have really nappy scalp, I'm going to try to avoid putting her scalp too close to the water because I don't want her glue to loosen. And then I'm just going to comb it out. Chances are this will make your doll's hair straight, but you can always, you know, put the hair back in. You can either do it the same way, like put rollers in their hair, braid their hair, and put it in the hot water like you would a Barbie to set a style, or you can do it the way American Girl shows you, which is wet set their hair with just spraying a bottle of water, getting their hair damp, rolling it, and then letting them dry for a few days, and then pulling the rollers out. But in my opinion, if you want it to last, use the hot method and just let them air dry in front of the fan. The fan will dry the curlers through all the way. You can take them out after they're dry, or you can take them out right after you dunk them, because that'll give them a softer look. That's how I put curls back in my Samantha doll's hair, because my 80 Sam has like really dry hair. This will make the hair less dry. It'll get rid of the frizz. On some American Girls, you'll have to flat iron. You know, if they're really bad, like a lot of Kia dolls and Josephina dolls get really, really frizzy hair. And that's definitely something that you probably aren't going to be able to touch with just a boil wash alone. And I'm just taking some hot water on the comb and I'm smoothing her scalp. This is exactly how I do like Barbie hair. They're really not that different. They're dolls just like everyone else. You just have to be careful of their special parts. And then I'm just going to rinse her hair with cold water, because that will set the style. Out the rest of the water gently. And I'm going to take my diluted gel mixture, shake it up a little bit, and just like I would with a Barbie doll, I'm going to drizzle it on her hair, even up by the scalp. This is very diluted. There's barely any gel in it, just enough to keep it shiny and make it more manageable. A lot of times, like if I don't want to rewash a doll's hair, but it's getting kind of flyaway-ish, I'll just dampen their hair with a spray bottle, rub a little of that in between my hands, and pat it over. Especially my Josephina dolls or my sister's Molly dolls, where their braids get really like staticky looking because they're old and they've been played with a lot. That really helps. It keeps the braids nice and neat. And Miss Jess is done. I do anything that involves getting an American Girl's head wet. I always make sure to get all the water out from behind her eyes. So, I'm going to need a blow dryer for this. A blow dryer that has a cool setting. You want a cold setting. So you can see, this is mine. This was from my cosmetology kit. You put it on cold. This is also a cold shot button. Test it before you put it on the doll. That is cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point this, put it over her eye. And what that's going to do, and I read this up online actually, to prevent cloudiness, to clean out, like some dolls will get cloudy, other dolls with glass eyes. And for an American Girl, it will dry out the back of the eye. And you'll actually see, if you got water back there, when you do this, you will see water starting to come out from their eye socket. It will look like they're crying. Okay, and she's good. And the reason why you want to use the cold setting is because obviously if you put the hot setting or the warm setting right up against her plastic, you could melt it. So don't do that if your blow dryer doesn't have a cold setting. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to show you guys how I get my American Girl dolls or Barbies to dry fast. Basically, I put them on a towel on my sister's bed just so, you know, they don't make her bed wet for her. And I put them right in front of this fan, which you can see it's blowing directly on her. I just turn it on, make sure it's tilted right, so now it's running. And you can see it's starting to blow some of her hair. And she'll dry pretty quick. I mean, within 2 or 3 hours, depending on how damp your doll gets, they should be dry. Sometimes it'll take less than that if it's a nice day out. And that's totally safe. It's not going to burn your doll. You don't want to blow dry a doll's hair. I've learned from experience it will burn it, especially American Girl. You know, they are so expensive. So this works great. It takes a little more time, but the end result is great. So we'll be back when Jess is done. We are back with Jess. I have her in her outfit, and she's all clean, as you can see. But look at this hair. It's so shiny. And you can tell, like, Jess dolls don't have very thick wigs because this is what her hair looks like when it's all straightened out. And she didn't shed it all when I washed her, and it's very, very thin. but that's okay because I'm going to put it in like braids and it smells really good. I just braided Jess's hair and this is what it looks like. Obviously it looks a little different than how her hair looked when it was originally braided because I straightened it, but this makes it more manageable. And she doesn't really have a lot of hair, and I think my doll's part line is a little bit messed up. Her wig's kind of sewn funny in places, but that's okay. It still looks really adorable. She is beautiful. And then my sister gave me this little set of like hair clips, and this one is a flower, and it looks so cute and tropical, just like Miss Jess. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned to see Jess and my other American Girl dolls, all 32 of them, in an American Girl collection video coming soon to this YouTube channel.